This is the biggest immigration shock ever to have occurred in the last 50 years. In this video, I'll be telling you the good news and the bad news. I am going to summarize all this in smaller bits for you to understand who is affected and who is not affected, how you can reduce your number of years to permanent residency. My name is Graceola, and here I share everything regarding migration. I talk about job opportunities, I talk about visas, and I talk about everything that happens in the UK as well. I share tips, I share updates regarding lifestyle in the UK. So if this is something that interests you, please like, share, and subscribe to this channel. Thank you. The Home Secretary Office announced on the 20th of this month, which is 20th of November, that they have now proposed that the baseline for indefinite leave to remain is going to be 10 years. Now, there has been an ongoing information. I mean, there has been several petitions regarding ILR being changed, having the baseline being 10 years. And finally, it has been announced. So actually, I'm actually late to come and share this video because I was doing my researches. I went to the internet just to make sure that I get my facts right, because there were a lot of things that were being said. People were confused. I mean, people were just saying all sorts of things, and some were right, some were wrong, some were not even in the govt.uk website. Okay, and it looks like from the way things are going, there is 99.9% chance that all what has been said is going to be finalized. There's not going to be any change regarding what has been proposed. The Home Secretary of it proposed that now ILR should be based on 4 categories. So now they're saying that it shouldn't be based on your a privilege, like privilege in the sense that everybody just claims it easily. It should be based on what you can contribute. Okay, let's talk about the 4 categories. So the first one is your character. So it means no criminal record. You should have no issues with immigration. Okay, the second one is integration. That is English requirement. So minimum of B2 language is what you need. I'll be coming to what the English language requirement means, say what score you can get so as to be able to reduce your years and all that. And the third category is your contribution. So we're talking about your taxes, we're talking about your income, we're talking about public service, we're talking about volunteering. Okay, now these are the 4 things. So if you are into the public service, if you are volunteered in one way or the other, if you are a high earner, okay, if you earn high income, these things can affect the number of years you would stay to get your indefinite leave to remain. Before I talk about the good news and the bad news, that is those affected and those that are not affected, let me make it clear that this is just a proposal. No rule has been made yet. The proposal has not been finalized yet. There is going to be a 12 weeks consultation by certain groups of people. They are going to air out their opinions, talk about what they feel, talk about what should be changed or not changed according to the website by spring. So spring is around, let's say, April, May. We're expecting feedback, even though they said it's 12 weeks, but they are saying that maximum by April, May, we are expecting feedback regarding this proposal. Fingers crossed. Let's see how it goes and let's wait for the results. Okay, so now let's get straight to the good news first or bad news. All right, the good news, the first thing is that if you can attain a C1 level of English language exam, that you are able to reduce your year by 1 year. So an equivalent of C1 is IELTS 7.0 to 8.0. Okay, that's the equivalent of C1 level of English language requirement. Is that okay? Now, the second point is that the Global Talent Visa and the Skill Up Visa, Global Talent and Skill Up Visa, individuals who are extremely talented, okay, they can still maintain their 3 years route, which is how it used to be before. The next thing is that your payment. So if you are earning an amount of about £50,000, you can reduce your years by 5 years. Assuming you are an individual who earns like 50,000 plus, you can get your ILR in 5 years. Now, on the other hand, if your salary is above 120,000, you are allowed to reduce, your years is reduced by 7 years, which means that you'll be eligible for permanent residence by 3 years. So it means you can reduce your years by 7 years. Is that okay? Now let's go to the third point. When you look at this, it says illegal migrants and visa overstayers would have to wait after 30 years to settle, removing the prospect of long-term residence and security in the UK. It says, in contrast, doctors and nurses working in the NHS will be able to settle after 5 years. Now, the question is, does it mean that doctors and nurses who are not in the NHS, are they not also eligible for the 5 years? Because it states there categorically that NHS. But these are the questions we are asking, and these are the things that we expect that they're going to clarify when they come back with the final results. Next point, it says if you are volunteering or you have volunteered before, you have the chance to reduce your years by 3 to 5 years. So it means that there is a likelihood that you get your ILR in either 5 years or 7 years. But for partners of British citizens, originally or before it was 5 years, these people are still going to maintain the number of 5 years. Now, the next thing is the Hong Kong, the BNO holders, Hong Kong. So Hong Kong has got certain ties with the United Kingdom, and they originally get their ILR in 5 years. So they are not going to be affected because the government is saying they don't want to betray their trust. They have a certain ties with UK has a certain ties with Hong Kong. It's a long story. I don't want to start a story now. Okay, yeah. Now to the bad news. It says that those under health and care worker visa will have to wait for 15 years. Now, for those of you who don't know, the health and care worker visa are those under the care workers and the senior care workers and other categories of jobs. Okay. Now the question is, why 15 years? Because if you say the baseline is 10 years, why 15 years? Do you see that? Why 15 years? Remember, there was a time that UK was in dire need of people to come and take care of their vulnerable people because their own citizens were not interested in this kind of jobs. These care workers and senior care workers are people who break their backs. They sacrifice their time. They sacrifice their family back home. They sacrifice the enjoyment or the freedom they could have enjoyed back in their home countries. They came into these countries because you said you had vacancy for them. And these people are people who have planned their lives around 5 years. And now you think that they are low earners. And then you say they can only be eligible for indefinite leave to remain in 15 years. I'm just thinking about it. I don't want to be very sentimental about this issue, but I'm just thinking loud because these are people who are also part of the health structure. Honestly, without these people, the health structure can't hold because they do majority of the work. I'm not capping, they do majority of the work. I know people who work in this field and I can testify that they do majority of work. I have worked with some of them before and I can testify. I am a midwife. I am a registered midwife in the United Kingdom. I work in the NHS, all right, but I have had the chance to interact with these people, and I can tell you for the fact that these people, some of them are sacrifice. Now, mind you, some employers are even they go to the extreme of trying to scare these people off because they are on a visa. So it's not just about the fact that you need permanent residency. It's about the fact that you need to be free, because being on the visa is almost tantamount to, let me say, modern slavery. Let me use the word in quotes, okay? Because you are tied to an employer. Sometimes the employer abuses you. They abuse you in diverse ways, and they know that you don't have anywhere to go to because you are on a visa. And if you are not careful, your visa will be cancelled and you'll be sent back to your home country. The next point is that the medium and low skilled people that are lower than the RQF level 6. Remember, the RQF level 6 are those who have like degree holders, okay, or certain professional diploma holders, okay. These are the RQ level 6. So those under or lower than RQ level 6 will also have to wait for 15 years. Interesting. Now the second one is, it says if you claim benefits, you're likely to get your ILR in 15 years. So for those who claim benefits for up to 12 months, you're likely to get your ILR in 15 years. And if you claim your benefits for more than 12 months, you're likely to get your ILR in 20 years. But for those who come through illegal ways, for like boats and other illegal routes, they are likely to get their ILR in 30 years. Yeah. So the UK government speculates that by 2026 to 2030, about 1.6 million of migrants are going to get ILR. Therefore, there is going to be pressure on the UK government. So that is why they are making these changes, because by the time they realize if 1.6 million people get ILR, it means that they are going to get access to public funds, which is benefits, and benefits means that more resources from the UK government will have to be pushed into these benefits, which feels like a loss to them. Now, the other speculation is that the government is trying to stop those who have ILR from claiming benefits. They're trying to move benefits or being able to claim benefits to only citizenship holders. So that is the plan now. So we are just waiting for them to come back with the feedback, and we'll see what they have to say regarding this. So yeah, so I would say if there is anything that you can do to reduce your the time you would have to wait, I would say you can start thinking about the way forward. If you probably have to volunteer, because honestly the volunteering thing, they have not really made it clear, because I think the volunteering should be something that you should be willing to do rather than being forced to do it. So if probably you have to go online and search for volunteering companies or volunteering roles that you can do, you can start thinking about it. You know, if your salary threshold meets the required threshold, good news for you. I mean, just think about what you can do, okay? Yeah, it's actually very sad to announce this news, but this is what they are proposing. But we are hoping that there will be a change, because there is a consultation going on from certain groups of people, and we hope that they are going to come back with a little twist of what they have proposed. So this is it, guys. Let me know what you think in the comment section. Let me know if you think you are affected. What you think in the comment section. Is the government being fair to migrants? Because migrants are people we actually contribute so much to this country. Thank you so much, guys, for watching this video. If you think I have explained this into details, make sure to kind of like this video and make sure you share as much as possible to anyone you think will like this video, guys. Make sure to share. Thank you so much, guys, for watching this video, and I will see you in my next video. Bye, guys.